Hi guys, it's Yeukai here, and thank you for joining us on the Enlightened Entrepreneur. And today we are so privileged to be having Clive, a YouTube specialist, to talk about how you can use YouTube to generate income, be it through your affiliate sales or drive traffic to your services if you are providing services, or even any product that you'll be selling online. Clive, thank you so much for joining us here today.
Well, real pleasure to be here. Thanks for inviting me.
Incredible. Today we will be talking about the mistakes that you have seen a lot of people, especially in the internet marketing world, make when they're getting started. That literally stops them from seeing the results that they hope to see, in this industry. Now, before we jump on to talk about that, Clive, for those who don't know you, what would you share a bit about your background, what you've done, and what you're currently doing?
Okay, well, I'm based in France. I've been a full-time internet marketer for approximately 12 years now. I got into the internet with building websites for myself and for clients. Now I just build sites for myself or to promote products on the internet. I basically fired most of my clients. Some of them in a friendly way, others not. I just found that I was happier creating websites for myself. I was generating more income doing that than someone paying me a monthly fee to look after their website. But that's what got me into computers, how I was able to give up the day job. And then gradually now I've moved away, as I say, from website design into just purely driving traffic to my own offers or the offers of other people, digital products. And I make my money because I receive commissions if anyone makes a purchase. That's essentially affiliate marketing.
Incredible. And over the last 5 years, you've spent quite a chunk of time focusing on YouTube or video. Would you talk to us about your success in this area?
Well, YouTube, which is owned by Google, if you know what you're doing, it's not only easier to rank a video high for a specific search term, it's easier to do that than to rank a website for a specific search term. So if someone types dog training into Google, all the video, all the websites that come up are going to be long, well-established websites that have been around for years, and that you will never be able to knock off of page one and get your brand new website there. So what you can do instead is create a video about something to do with dog training, a search term, how to train a Labrador puppy, which I'm sure people are typing into Google, but it's much more specific. So then you can create a video telling people, how you suggest, you have a Labrador puppy and this is how you train it. And then you go on to say, but if you really want to know about dog training, I recommend this amazing course by Cesar, whatever his name is, Cesar Romero, whatever.
Yes.
To say, buy his course. And then if you buy his course from my YouTube, old Cesar will send me 50%. And that's my affiliate commission for sending my traffic to his offer. And it's easier to do that with a YouTube video than it is me building a whole website about dog training and trying to get onto page one of Google. The fact is you want your video or your website to be on page one of either YouTube or Google when people are typing in a specific search term. And secondly, if you do it well, and my YouTube video, if someone types in how to train a Labrador puppy into Google, and they get the Google search results, but in there is my little video thumbnail sitting on the left. It's an image, it really stands out, and people are more likely to click that than click just one of the websites. So even if I'm not number one, even if I'm number 5 with my video, and I'm the only video showing in Google, then the chances are I'm going to get a lot of traffic. So that's another thing I teach in one of my courses.
Incredible. Now, obviously, you've done this for 5 years, and was it an overnight success as an affiliate marketer, or you had to go through hoops?
Oh, no. I mean, we're talking about mistakes that internet marketers make now, are we, when they're first starting?
Yes.
Because if we are, the best example of that is if I talk about the mistakes I've made, and there have been many. If I had a time machine and I could go back, let's say 8 years when I really got into affiliate marketing generally, not just YouTube, but yeah, 8-9 years, there are lots of things I would do differently. Number one, is I would want to brand myself on the internet. Now, I know you've spoken to other people in your series about social media marketing and experts in various fields like that.
Yes.
What I would do if I could go back in time is I would choose a name, whether it was my own name, Clive McGonigal, or whatever. McGonigal's a different one to use because I think a bit like your name, I'm a well-known typing error. People always spell my name wrong. So I possibly wouldn't choose CliveMcGonigal.com, but I might choose something else, Clive's Tips, Clive's Marketing Arena, or whatever. But before I purchased that domain name, and I'd always try and get a .com, I'd use a website like, there's a website called Knowem.com, KNOWEM.com. And when you go there, you can type in the name, the idea of the name that you've got, and it will go out and tell you whether that name is available as a Facebook name, as a Twitter username, LinkedIn, all the various social media accounts. And then you can make the decision, because if you're branding yourself across social media as well as your website and your YouTube channel, it helps if it's the same name all the way through. So that name then becomes a brand. So
right.
That is one thing I would do differently, because I built so many websites and my business has had lots of different names. And it's very late in the day now that I am trying to brand myself as the domain name rather than all these different sites I've had. So that's the first thing I do for someone getting started. And it's never too late, but if you can, so even if you're not going to use Facebook initially, at least go out and grab your username, get a Facebook page with your name on it. You don't have to use it straight away, but you've staked a claim to it, if you like. So that's the first thing I would do differently.
Okay, now, still looking, Clive, still looking at the first thing that you mentioned there. What has it costed you in not having all these things in place as an affiliate marketer?
Well, I think it's cost me what is the most important thing to affiliate marketers, and that's traffic. Because basically I've diluted the traffic. I'm getting some traffic from here, some traffic from there. Whereas if you've branded yourself, you've got a giant net, which is then funneling down to your main website. So if my blog, if I had a Facebook account, will be connected to my blog. I'll be driving traffic to my blog. My YouTube channel, the same. My Twitter account, the same. All distilling it down. So all that traffic to one place. Whereas in the past, I've had lots of traffic, but going to different places. And that means it's harder work. If you can get all the traffic to one spot, funnel it to one place, and that's where you do your promotions, it makes life a lot easier. And of course, now with automation on the internet, if I publish a blog post, I can automatically have that blog post go to my Facebook page, my Twitter account, to my LinkedIn profile, to whatever social media platforms you want. It happens on autopilot. When I started, that wasn't the case, but it is now. So I think using automation to make your life easier, because when you're a one-man band, which I very much am, I do employ developers and people like that to help me out occasionally. But when you're a one-man band, automation saves the day, basically, because it gives you speed of implementation, because you can get things done so much faster. Absolutely.
Let's look at the second mistakes you see a lot of marketers, primarily those getting started, make that slows them down to getting to those commissions.
Right. Yeah. Okay. Another big one. Well, there's a couple more. I suppose the most generic one is focusing on one specific area that you want to focus on. So if it's affiliate marketing and you're promoting products in a certain niche, I mentioned dog training earlier, but it might be health related, it could be make money online related, all these big niches, beauty, self-help, whatever. But just focus on that. Don't jump from one to the other, because again, it just dilutes your work and you find you're not really getting anything done. So I have that problem because the way my brain works is I'm always looking for new stuff. And unfortunately, it stops me focusing on what I should be focusing on. So it's wasting my time. So there's that element. But the other element I think that I made a big mistake on was not building what we call lists.
Right.
So in other words, I drive my traffic, however it was generated, via a website or via a YouTube video, and driving that traffic directly to an affiliate offer, not my offer, someone else's offer on which I would receive a commission. But that's what most people do, but it's not the most effective way of doing it. The best way, if I was, I'm using that Labrador puppy example again. So you watch my video about how to train a Labrador puppy. You like what I've said. I'm then giving you a call to action. I'm saying, click this button, and I'm going to give you my free report on the top 10 tips on puppy training, right? So we're not talking about Caesar's product at this stage. We're just talking about my free report for you. So you will hopefully then click on the link, or a percentage of people will click on the link because you've given them a strong call to action. They're then taken to my website where they're saying, hi, thanks very much. Here's the free report. Here's a picture of what it looks like. Here's what it includes. Just stick your name and email there and I'll send it straight along to you. I have now got their email, which means in the future, and I've put them in a list of people that are interested in dog training. And once they've entered, their email and their name, and they click, yes, please send me the free book, two things will happen. The free book will be automatically sent to their inbox as an attachment to an email, and I'll make it a nice video saying, thanks very much, and here's the free stuff. And then after that, as soon as they click that button, I'll say, oh, and by the way, here's the best dog trainer I know, Caesar, right? And a link to Caesar's website, but that will be my affiliate link. So it doesn't really matter if they don't buy Caesar's product, because the fact is people don't buy necessarily the first time they visit a website. They might go back and so on. So I'm now in a position to keep sending them emails about training a Labrador puppy, experiences I've had with my puppies, and saying, oh, by the way, did you get a chance to check out Caesar's thing? Because I see he's got a special offer at the moment, and here's the link to it. So you're reminding them. And even if they do buy Caesar's product, I can say, hey, I just bought this fabulous new dog toy on Amazon, which my puppy's going crazy about. Here's a video, and here's the link to that. So in other words, you're building a list and establishing a relationship with people that are interested in all things doggy related. Right. And you establish a relationship with them, and then you build that list. And then when you send an email, a certain percentage of people and a certain amount of the time, you'll be promoting something to them, but not always. Your email should be helpful and useful and fun, and they know you as a person so that they trust you. And when you do recommend something, you're not recommending some nonsense. You're recommending stuff that you actually believe in and use yourself. So that's the secret that I didn't do. I used to in the past just say, right, I'll get a website rank for dog training and I'll send it, say, click here for the best dog training, and it would go straight to the product. And I think people now, okay, it did work and still does work, but people now need a bit more than just being sent to a sales page. They need to be helped along the way. So that's another mistake I've made in the past that I am now rectifying, and I'm seeing, a better revenue because of that.
Wow. So for those who are getting started, are there any tools that can help them build this particular list or do it the way you are doing it right now that you would recommend?
Well, there are a number of products out there. They're called autoresponders. Right. The top ones are ones like Aweber, GetResponse that I personally use, but there are dozens of others. And essentially, there is a monthly fee. MailChimp is free. MailChimp.com. You can build a list of 2,000 for free on MailChimp, but unfortunately, MailChimp are very strict with affiliate marketers. They don't like people that use their system promoting. So that's a tricky one. So I actually pay GetResponse, and the bigger my list becomes, the more they charge me. But yes, of course, I'm getting more income. I mean, that's just it's like paying rent in a shop, or in a restaurant. You have business expenses, and that's a business expense. But what an autoresponder does, it means I can email anybody I can email everybody on my list whenever I choose at one time, send one email to everybody, or I can set up, say, 10 emails and have them timed to go out. So as soon as someone gets that free ebook, the first email they'll get will be the one giving them the free ebook and welcoming them. Yes. Maybe 3 days later, they'll get my second email. 3 days after that, my third, fourth, fifth. I haven't done anything because those emails are all pre-written and pre-prepared, and they just get them automatically. So that's why, hence the term autoresponder. So that's really
things up as well.
Yeah. So it took me a while. So the big mistake I made all those years ago was thinking, oh, building a list is too difficult. It's too complicated. It's going to take me so long. I've left it too late. Why start now? I've missed the opportunity. All nonsense. It's never too late to start building an email list in any area, any niche. Doesn't have to be dogs. Can be build a list for your restaurant, your top customers. So you can just send out one email to all your restaurant clients saying, hey, we've got a special on. You've got a slow night in the restaurant on a Wednesday. Text everybody, all your clients, and say, hey, first 10 people in, 50% off, to generate business. So it's all down to generating traffic equals business, equals leads, equals commissions. It doesn't really matter what your niche area is.
Incredible. Well, before we move on to the YouTube, which is the main area you focus on, and I know you've got a wonderful training that I've just had gone through before jumping on the call with you. Are there any other major mistakes, Clive, you think business owners make? You want to bring to to the topic right now?
Well,
maybe
so
mindset.
Well, essentially, focus on the one thing. Don't jump from pillar to post. Don't be distracted by what we call in the trade shiny object syndrome, which is it stops you focusing, because suddenly you'll see a sales page, how to build a Shopify store, and you think, hey, wow, that sounds great. And it is great, Shopify stores or Amazon stores that you can build and drive traffic to. But if you're focusing on selling dog training products via videos and your blog, okay, maybe you should not now start concentrating on building a Shopify store, because, as I say, it dilutes you. So, but some of those offers are so tempting, and they go, oh my God, and it's only $27. So I buy that, and it's 20 videos, and I spend a week going through all the videos. And basically, that's a week I haven't spent doing on the one thing that's making me money. So that's why it's called shiny object syndrome, because it distracts you from what you should be focused on. Doesn't mean you shouldn't buy anything or buy good training, but only really if you can see that it relates to what your goal is, what your target is. And then when that becomes successful and you've got it running on autopilot and it's going well, or you've outsourced it for someone else to take control of it for you, then by all means, yes, then create another stream of income with a Shopify store or drop shipping or whatever. That's it. At the beginning, stay focused. And that's where I freely admit I have made mistakes in the past. And as I say, building a list. So that sums it up for me.
Incredible. I genuinely like what you say, because I see myself in you. When I started way back in 2010, just like you, I was everywhere until I discovered that I need a team to really focus on some aspects of this. And I need to keep my eyes on the ball. So for me,
absolutely,
that I need to have. Otherwise, you're just going to be on ground zero every time, because if you move into a new market, you have to start from ground zero. You switch on and you go to another one, start from ground zero. You are not really making that progress that you want to do, and you won't make the money that you intend to do that. Let's jump over to YouTube. Now, if somebody is getting started on YouTube, say today, they are promoting affiliate offers.
Yeah.
Where can they start? It's a minefield there. What tools can they use? Maybe those two questions would be great to get started with.
Okay. Well, as soon as you've got a Gmail account, that's where it all starts, a Google Mail account. Once you've got that, you will automatically get access to YouTube and all the other Google properties as well, using the same username and password. So you've automatically, YouTube gives you a YouTube channel, and that's your personal channel. But and so you'd use that to post videos of when you go on holiday for your family and friends, stuff like that. You're not going to use that channel to promote affiliate stuff. So what YouTube gives you within that one YouTube account is the ability to have, I think it's 50, it might even be more. You can have 50 channels. So you could have one channel about your dog training, one channel about this, that, or the other, or multiple channels about dog training. And then once you've got a channel that is focused on a particular niche, the niche that you're in, whether it's an affiliate niche, a restaurant niche, e-commerce, doesn't matter, You then need to optimize that channel so that YouTube knows what it's about. Because when you have a channel with YouTube, there isn't a real person saying, oh, I see Clive's just started a new channel. Let's go and have a look and see what he's talking about. No, YouTube is too big for that. So it's the robots that come in and have a look. So you want to make it very clear to those little robots. So you need to optimize your channel with good description, good search terms, good keywords, good graphics. You want to make it look great. You want to build playlists, and all of those things can be optimized.
Right.
So just throwing the video and hoping for the best is not going to do it. So you optimize your channel first, and then when you create your first video, you want to create it in such a way that it is absolutely relevant to the search term that you are targeting. So you find the search term, or 6 search terms: how to train a Labrador puppy, how to train a Pekingese puppy, how to train a Alsatian puppy. Let's say we're focused on puppy training. So you get 6 search terms, you do some research to find out how often people are searching for those, and Google will tell you this. And once you have that information, bring it all down to 5, 6 keywords, pick one and build a video around that. And in that video, you want to be interesting, entertaining, fun, and at some point you want to give a call to action, what I mentioned earlier, to say, hey, look, if you found this of any use, click this button, and you can now click buttons inside YouTube, and they'll be taken to your web page. You have to set that up in a certain way, and I go through that in my training. But essentially, that's what you need to do. And then that video, you also have to optimize that. I actually optimize my videos before I even upload them to YouTube. You can do optimization when they're still sitting on your desktop first. For example, a video file is normally what we call an MP4 file. So when I create that MP4 file, I would actually name it How to Train a Labrador Puppy.mp4. Little things like that you can do before it goes up to YouTube. Once it's on YouTube, you write a good description, you enter the right tags, you even write your description as if you were writing a blog post. You'd have resources in there. You'd link out to your Facebook page, your Twitter account, all that stuff. You get some of your friends to comment on it, view it, get a comment on it, get some discussion going on, and then make it public on YouTube. You don't make it public straight away. You first upload it as private, then you do all your optimization with your description and everything. Then you put it as unlisted, so your friends can see it and comment on it. And then when you're really happy that everything's great, then you go public. And if you've done the work correctly, and if you're not chasing a search term that is so generic that you've got millions of competition, like dog training or weight loss, there's no way you're going to rank a video for the search term weight loss, but you can or should be able to rank a video on page 1 for the search term how to lose weight after pregnancy, for example. So you want to drill down, if you like, to find the longer search terms, the lower hanging fruit, as we call it, right. Because over time, you won't just rank for how to lose weight after pregnancy. You might eventually start to move up for how to lose weight quickly, how to lose weight quickly after pregnancy. You might eventually rank for how to lose weight quickly. Maybe that's being a little bit sort of ambitious, but that's how it works. Because once you get views and people are commenting, YouTube recognizes that, and so gradually your rankings will go up. The other thing, of course, that helps YouTube videos is getting good backlinks, and we're going to talk about that a bit later. But yeah, yes. So that's how to get started. But the thing is don't just throw up a video and think people are going to see it. You've really got to put the work in. But once you've done it once or twice, it becomes second nature. And they don't have to be professional videos. Some of the most successful videos on YouTube are people talking, like you're seeing me talking now. That's it. I'm just talking about my favorite Labrador puppy training, and here's my dog. Look, I've got 2 dogs here, but they've disappeared, so I can't show you one. But yeah, people relate to that because it's a person. It's me as a person. It's not a corporate person. It's not a TV advertisement. It's me talking to you about stuff I like. Okay. So that's what I suggest. And be honest and be yourself, and don't try and scam people, because people are internet savvy. They know when someone's sincere and when they're not. So be sincere and play, as we say in England with cricket, play a straight bat, and you'll be okay.
Absolutely, absolutely. I'm glad you mentioned the backlinks, because you have an upcoming product to be released very soon, which helps those, well, maybe advanced individuals who wants to take this whole thing to the next level. And the name of this product is Bam Bam Backlinks. Can we talk about that very briefly?
Right, okay, well, Bam Bam Backlinks, I gave it an unusual name because I wanted it to stand out a bit, but it is Bam Bam in that it's two shots, it's two aspects to it.
Yes.
The thing with backlinks is you can get lots of backlinks to a video. You can go to one of these websites where someone says, I will send 1,000 backlinks to your YouTube video for $5. Never do that. Never do that, because the backlinks you get are normally from silly sites. YouTube recognize the fact that the backlinks are basically worthless, and sometimes they'll even punish you for that. So what you need are good quality backlinks that hopefully you don't have to pay for. I don't pay for backlinks, but I do get good backlinks, and by using Google itself to send me backlinks. Now, what many people might not realize is that as well as Google and YouTube, Google have dozens of other properties. They own blogger.com, which is a blogging website. They own Google Sheets, which is Google Spreadsheets, Google Docs, Google Keep, Google Slides, Google Calendar, Google Events, FeedBurner. There's all these things that they own, so that when you are using those properties to send a backlink to your YouTube video, YouTube and Google love it because you're using their properties to send links to other properties that they own, and you get rewarded accordingly. It doesn't cost anything to do, it just takes a bit of time. So this course is showing people all these Google properties, many of which I'm sure they've never heard of, and shows them the best way of getting links back to their video, or putting their video on those Google properties. I'm sure everyone's used Google Maps, for example. Yeah. Well, there is a way of putting your video into a Google map. It's called embedding, and that's a good way of getting a backlink too. So the course covers, I think it's 15 Google properties and counting. Maybe it might be 16 now.
Yes.
And it shows all the different ways on how to do that. And I take people, it's over the shoulder watching me do it. And because I'm a video creator and editor, I do edit out the ums and ahs that I'm doing now because I'm live, but I edit those out. And sometimes you watch a training video and the person who's training you something has to enter a captcha code. Maybe they're going to some website and they have to enter their username and their captcha code, and they get the captcha code wrong, and they're going, oh my God, I can't spell today. And I don't want to see that. I want you to edit that out. I want it edited out of the final video. I just want the information. I don't want to see you fiddling about getting your password right. So I'm quite well known for that these videos are to the point, short, sharp, and succinct, without all the waffle. So that's the main part of the course, but I also do include, as you can see on the screen here, various little tools I've created to help generate search terms and different URLs and Google shorteners, or Google shortener, another Google property. And there's an interactive mind map they can access, which shows all the properties, the links to them, which gives you a visualization of how it all works. I enjoy mind maps. I find them very helpful to focus me. That's essentially it. There's a backup document with all the resources. There's a test that I ran. I mean, you might want to why not click that right at the top? If you go up to the top and it says, let's test the link. Yeah, check the test. You click on that. This was the sample that I did for the search term, video ranking tips. There you go.
Excellent.
That's me. That's me. Now, the fact is Google have supersized me. I've taken, that's virtually the top half of the page, and that's a Google search result, okay? And that's a popular search term. It has, if you look, over nearly 6.5 million results for that search term. I uploaded that video late in February, I believe, and it hasn't had the most views. There are videos that are chasing that same search term that have been up for years, that have had thousands of views, and yet I am the only one on page one. So how did I do that? I did that by using what I teach in Bam Bam Backlinks. The fact that it's supersized is not necessarily related. That was just a happy coincidence. And well, maybe it wasn't a coincidence. Maybe Google is so pleased with me for using just their Google properties. They've said, hey, let's make his video super sized. I'm not promising that people will have those results that get their video super sized, but I am promising they will get better rankings generally.
Incredible.
So there you go.
Incredible. One of the things I like when I was going through this is this document here where you literally list all those Google properties, and anyone who's getting started can actually use this because they're all free. And I thought this was very good. And also, you know, going through these videos, as you can tell, like 2 minutes long, the other one is 3 minutes long, 5 minutes long. They are literally very easy to consume, so to speak, and you can take notes and implement as you go.
It can become, I find if a video is too long, I mean, generally they say people's attention span is about 10 minutes. I try and keep, when I say attention span, I mean really focused attention. So I try and keep my videos under 10 minutes, because otherwise it can become a bit overwhelming. If I put all that information into one hour video, I can see people going, oh, this is just too much. It's too technical. I can't do this. But breaking it down into bite-sized chunks, I hope people will see that, yes, they can do it. And of course, also with this, if people are using WordPress, I've developed a WordPress plugin, which helps the whole process, creating RSS feeds. That might sound a bit technical, but it's a way of getting your links out there, getting them indexed, getting them bookmarked, using a very simple plugin that I've had developed, and that's the Bam Bam plugin. And that's included in the course. So that's it, Bam Bam Backlinks. I've had some very good people who's given me some nice testimonials that they've used it and having success with it. So, and it is very new. There's only very few video marketers that are using the information here in the course. So this really is kind of cutting edge. Eventually, one day it will become common knowledge. Generally, my success in creating products is I've taught cutting edge stuff, like something I was teaching 5 years ago was cutting edge. It's not cutting edge anymore, but that's the way it goes, you know. So you can get in quick. Now, if that's too complicated, if people say, yeah, but I haven't even got a YouTube channel yet, I haven't even done my first YouTube video yet, so I've got nowhere to send the backlinks to. That's okay. Just say no thanks, Clive, at the bottom of the sales page, and I'll offer you all my YouTube top training on how to set up a YouTube channel the right way and how to optimize your videos and so on. And that's called Tube Commandments. So that's the second offer. You don't have to buy the first offer. If you think, oh, that's, you know, maybe I'll get that another time. Right now, I just need how to learn how to rank videos from out of the gate, then that's also going to be an offer here.
Yes, and one of the things, Clive, as we come towards the end of our time here, that I appreciated the most is the Facebook group that people have access to when they join, and they will be able to
click on that by all means. Sure. The Facebook group, I think I've got about 800 members in there now. It's a private group, so you have to request to join, but I'll automatically obviously approve people who are part of the Bam Bam Backlinks. And in there, I talk about not just my products. We give free resources when people find something that's interesting or related to YouTube videos. They also post them here. So it's a nice little resource and a way of people connecting with their peers at whatever level. I've got expert video marketers in here, and I've also got people that are just getting started. And it means we can talk one-on-one in the comments and so on. So that's my Facebook group. And yes, 729 members at the moment and climbing. So
yes,
I look forward to seeing everyone.
One of the things I liked in here, Clive, was the interaction and the activities going on in here, which is incredible, which, you know, you and I know that the environment you find yourself in usually is very important than just willpower, because, you know, willpower will take you to a certain level, but the environment will push you over that, you know, edge for you to begin to get this out. So, you know, anyone who is looking to get more commissions, this is the environment to be in. It's the Internet Marketing Power Club that you've created for internet. Yeah,
I mean, that was my main membership site. That's got 4,000 members. And that's just one of my sort of areas. That's why I say I've diluted myself. I should have called myself Internet Marketing Power Club from day one 8 years ago, and then
Yes.
I wouldn't be doing all these other, and everything would be in there. But
Yeah.
anyway, it is what it is. So I'm making the most of it. But yeah, but also to get motivated, I get motivated by other people's success. So if someone in my group says, "Hey, I've just tried this and I'm on page 1, and here, look," and they show it, and everyone else goes, "Wow, well done, nice job." But then, other people can see, "Hey, this does work. It is possible." And the internet's so big, and there are so many people searching for billions of different things. There's no real competition if you know what you're doing.
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, if you are just joining us and watching this, you certainly have a huge opportunity there to be part of, a progressive group here, with Clive. And also, should you get stuck, you can join, our Internet Pro Club, where let me just show you here so you know exactly where you can also learn from. We have just over 6,000 members in there. We talk about
okay, well, that's motivated me. I'm after. I need to get 5,000 more members. Right? Okay.
That's okay. Just over 6,000. But either way, just do something. Get into Clive's group, or just come into this particular group in there, and you get to, get some assistance along the way. But most importantly, take action. When you invest in this little thing here, you'll be amazed at what that will do for your internet marketing world. Clive, any final thoughts to those who are watching here and maybe on the fence, whether to get this product or not to get the product?
Okay. I like to think this is not one of those shiny objects that I mentioned earlier. It is solid training. And if you want to focus on video marketing or getting backlinks to a website, then this is for you. And it's focused on just doing that. So don't, if you're only interested in another aspect of the web, then no, it's not for you. Then that's fine. Let's part friends. But this keeps you focused. And so the important message for me is focus on something and implement what you learn. And I would say one other thing is that my documents are sitting in Google Docs, which means they are updatable all the time and get edited all the time. It isn't going to become another PDF that's sitting gathering cyber dust on your hard drive. So this is constantly updated. So yeah, take the information and implement it. And if you have any questions, join the Facebook group and ask, or contact my support desk. I'm always here and happy to help.
Absolutely. And you've got another special training, I think the YouTube commandment, which is also available for people to get access to.
Yeah,
to do
that will be available on the launch. And that, as I said, is going from the very basics, taking someone right up to intermediate and beyond on optimizing YouTube channels and videos, really the best possible way for 2017 and beyond. A lot of the training you find on video marketing is outdated. This is up to the minute and constantly updated as opposed to being outdated.
Absolutely.
So yeah.
Incredible. Well, thank you so much, Clive, for a great interview. And I'm sure internet marketers in our audience have a much clearer understanding on this subject. And, really appreciate how you've taken time to graciously share your knowledge with us. And if you're still looking at any products on YouTube, certainly consider looking at the Bam Bam Backlinks product that Clive has created today. And with that said, have a great day, Clive. Wish you success in the launch in a few days' time.
Thank you very much, and thanks for your time. Thanks for having me, and best wishes to everybody.
Excellent. Thanks again, and you take care. Bye for now.